I'm Anil Kumar. Welcome to my series on trigonometric equations. Here we have a very interesting question in which we need to provide solutions in the given domain. The question is, determine for which values of x the graphs of the following functions will intersect in the domain of 0 to 2 pi. Y equals to cosecant 2x plus square root of 2 secant square x, and y equals to secant square x cosecant 2x plus square root 2. You can always pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. Now when they intersect, that means their y values will be same. We need to find the x values, right? So we can equate the two. So equating, we get cosecant 2x plus square root of 2 secant square x should be equal to this equation, which is secant square x cosecant 2x plus square root 2. We can take all the terms on one side and then solve. So we have cosecant 2x plus square root 2 secant square x minus secant square x cosecant 2x minus square root 2 equals to 0. Now we can combine first and the third term and second and fourth term, taking cosecant 2x common in first and the third term. We get 1, and from here we get minus secant square x. Here we have square root 2 common. So we can write this as, since we have 1 minus secant square x, let me take minus square root 2 as common, right? So I have 1 minus secant square x equals to 2. Now 1 minus secant square x is common, so let's factor this out, times cosecant 2x minus square root 2, and that should be equal to 0. So we have now two factors, and so the solution should be 1 minus secant square x equals to 0, and then also we'll get points from cosecant 2x minus square root 2 equals to 0, right? So we have so many solutions. We need to now figure out what are these solutions, correct? So this equation gives us secant x, we can say is, well, let me write secant x equals to plus minus 1, right? So for both plus and minus 1, 1 minus 1 is going to be 0. And here we get cosecant 2x is equal to square root of 2, right? Plus square root of 2. So these are the conditions to give us the solution. Now the important thing here is to look into the domain, right? We'll write down all the possible solutions on this side. Now when we look into the domain, we know here that x is between 0 to 2 pi. So let's work on secant x plus minus 1 first. So we have secant x equals to plus minus 1. Secant basically is 1 over cos, right? So we can say cos x equals to plus minus 1. And we are working in the domain 0 to 2 pi. So x is greater than 0 and less than equals to 2 pi. So cosecant x is 1 when within this domain, when x is equal to 0, cos x is 1, or it is pi, or it is 2 pi, correct? So for these three values, we get 0. We get 1 for cosecant x, right? When the x value is 0, pi, and 2 pi. So we get the solution for this part. Now, cosecant 2x equals to square root of 2. How do we find solution for this? Well, look into the domain of this, cosecant 2x. Well, we are given that x is between 0 to 2 pi, And that means 2x should be between what? It should be between 0 and 4 pi. You get this idea. So that's kind of very important to understand. So what I'm trying to say here is that to find these solutions, you have to look into x values which are between 0 to 4 pi. That means this is 2 pi and then one more circle. Do you understand? That is what is 4 pi. Perfect. Now when we say cosecant 2x is equal to square root 2, that means sine 2x is 1 over square root 2, right? So this means we are looking for sine 2x equal to 1 over square root 2. Right? We know this value of square root 2. Sine is positive in quadrant 1 and in quadrant 2. So we are looking for values which are 45 degrees or pi by 4. So these are the values which we are looking for. Do you understand? Right? So now let me write down the solution on the right side. So we'll now work on this equation, which is sine 2x is equal to 1 over square root 2. And we are working in the interval where 2x is between 0 to 4 pi as explained here, right? So as you can see here, sine 2x is going to be positive in quadrant 1 and 2. And 1 over square root 2 is for the angle of pi by 4, correct? Special triangle, pi by 4. Okay, so we get our solution as 2x equals to pi by 4, right? And this is 3 pi by 4. So that is up to 2 pi. Then we have to go back again. So second time when it comes here, so it is 8 and 1, 9 pi by 4 and 11 pi by 4. Is that clear to you? So the value of x is going to be pi by 8, 3 pi by 8, 9 pi by 8 and 11 pi by 8. Do you see that? So all these are solutions for the given question. So now we can write down our answer. The value of x is what? Is equal to. So we basically get 3 answers for the first term, 0, pi and 2 pi. And then for the second term, we get the values as pi by 8, 3 pi by 8, 9 pi by 8 and 11 pi by 8. Is that clear? So there are in all 7 solutions for the given equations. So at these points, both the graphs are going to intersect. So I hope the concept is absolutely clear. So take care of the domain. For 2x, we should take, 2 circles, right? And that will give you 2 extra points here. So that is important to understand. I hope it is absolutely clear. Feel free to write your comment, share your views, and if you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for your time and all the best.